It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and we'll see Keon Coleman. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Bills and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at left.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And bringing them out an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, Fields has him on the quick hitter. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
And Kate, you don't have to look beyond his performance last week as really a root cause of their loss. I'm not saying the only cause. Others certainly had a hand in it too. But you aren't winning a lot of games in this league or any league if you turn it over 3 times without a touchdown to counteract them. A lot of room for him to improve this week. I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Off the mark there, incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Putting a receiver in motion. Allen on 3rd down. Connection made to Coleman. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, here's Allen. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. So 2nd down coming up. To the air again, Allen. Short throw is dropped, this one's incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Allen gonna throw again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
The Steelers are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Fields out of the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Steelers.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Fields to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Fields throwing here. Forced out to his right. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here's Cameron Johnston to punt it away once more. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes it in at the 26. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second and 6 coming up here. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He's got Khalil Shakir. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Coleman with the grab. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Ryan Wright on to punt. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. The Steelers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And I know we're normally discussing his work leading the passing game, but wow, we've really had to take note of what he's done on the ground. He's leaned into that part of his game early. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Motioning him from the slot right. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Fires right away, but incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Throwing here, Allen. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it. And he's gonna get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Allen. That's taken in by Samuel. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Allen looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Allen to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Steelers offense headed out. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. Now Fields. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And it's not just a blip for him this year. He's been one of their go-to scorers on the ground as we get through the heart of this season, leading all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. He'll get this to Samuel. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
They motion a receiver left. Allen on 3rd and short. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. And 4th and 4 coming up. They send him left out of the slot. 4th down, here's Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. And he's brought down after a short gain. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
1st down throw for Fields. Fryermuth there to bring it in. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by Rasul Douglas. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 41-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Avoid some trouble there. Ooh, can't avoid that one, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Well into this 1st half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity in any success for an offense.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Fields now, third and long. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bills are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw now, Allen. He's on the move. He can run it. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. Allen setting up to throw. Complete to Coleman. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Shakir in motion right. Allen on the play action. Connects with Cook. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Allen. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
To the air again, Allen. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Shakir sent in motion left. Allen on third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. By this point, partner, they're through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. Running it after the penalty. Broke through the tackle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Play action, Fields. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He gets them the yard back, but still behind the sticks. Upcoming 3rd and 11. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Encroachment. Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Fields out of the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 3 now. Here's Fields to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Just 1 yard there. Now a tough call to make on 4th and short inside of field goal range.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Dicker connects there, and that will get them on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Hardy on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First down throw for Allen. Pass complete to Cook. And he gets him around 6 there. That stop made by T.J. Watt.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack. You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Hits him on the out route. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Allen gonna throw again. He finds Kincaid. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Again, Allen to the air. He has the first over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Allen now on first down. Coleman with the grab. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw again, it's Allen. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for Keon Coleman that time. So they're left facing a 4th down. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Amendola able to put it through. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Bass now to kick this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Well, that's halftime here, and a field goal each, all that these offenses have been able to muster thus far. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Love, excellent in the victory, as his guys pushed their record up to 8-3 on the year. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Hardy on the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Bills ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. First and 10 now from the 30. Receiver in motion going left. On first down, Allen has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Connection made to Coleman. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Cook. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Cook goes up and over for the touchdown. The Bills take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a James Cook touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Pass now to kick this away. On the return, here comes Austin. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Daquan Jones with the tackle on that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Fields. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Fields on 3rd. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Throw reeled in by Allen. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Fryermuth there to bring it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 7. First down, Steelers.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. He loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB does it, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Cook. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Now Allen off the play action. Completed left side to Samuel. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Brock, you remember when they were near their own end zone? Yeah, things have totally changed now. 1st and 10 in enemy territory. Now run by Cook. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Makes a cut to the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Cook runs it in. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills grow their lead off the turnover. It's a James Cook touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Bass now to kick this away.
Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
On the return, here comes Austin. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. They'll run here on first down. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Now a stoppage for an injured player. Oh, that's their playmaker, George Pickens, who's shaken up. Significant loss for their offense if this is serious. Second down now, 7 to go. Now it's Fields. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, third down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just 1 yard on the play, and that leaves him with 4th and 4.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
The Steelers set to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Bills will take over possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This is Cook. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Holcomb there on the stop.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
The Bills with a punt team out there. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Fields on first down. Allen on the catch. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Oh, he's going to run for it. They get 37 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up second and 7.
From the 36. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is scooped up by the Bills. At the 20. And Buffalo will take this one back for the touchdown. The Bills capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Austin. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And you tell us this all the time, Brock. Touchdowns aren't the only stats that make a quarterback, right? Yep, he's nodding right now. But the absence of any from his ledger, well, that's problematic. And his struggles are indicative of the challenge that this offense as a group has really been fighting all game long. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Fields out of the gun. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Fields looking to throw. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 12 there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Now a give left side. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Ball start offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Here we go, 2nd and very long. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Steelers have possession, but this game, pretty one-sided as we start the 4th. All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Fields to throw it. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Following that incompletion, we've got an injured player on the field in need of a look from the trainers. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They do snap it. Here's Fields. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Zone infraction. Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Play action now, Allen. This one's caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Catch is made in close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bills keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a James Cook touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills continue piling onto this lead. Bass now to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Fields throwing here. Dumps it off to his running back. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Fields to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Fields. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. Now we stop. Looks like somebody was hurt on that play, and it's... Oh, no. Oh, it's a big one. Justin Fields getting looked at by the medical staff after that snap. They'll run for this. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Encroachment defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll run here, following the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now, as that play ends, we see somebody hurt down there, and it's James Cook they're sending the trainers out to check on. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now. He stays up. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Now Allen. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. Bouncing football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, and in prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
This offense getting all set for this series. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Caught by Freiermuth. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll only get out to about the 7 before going down. It's a 3-yard pickup. That's going to leave him facing 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Fields. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Gets this to Kincaid. And they make the stop, we're gonna say at about the 37-yard line. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Davis gets it from the gun. He'll get him the first inside the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills continue piling it on here in the 4th. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills grow their lead yet again. Bass now to kick this away.
The kickoff for Buffalo.
On the return, here comes Austin. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now this offense getting set to work here. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. He's on the move. He's keeping it.
Justin Fields on the scramble. It's a gain of 7.
2nd and 3 now.
And 3 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw Fields. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it again. The juke gets him some running room. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. 2nd and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. We've got a screen to the running back. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
Out of the shotgun, Fields finds his target, Allen. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
Another throw for Fields. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Fields out of the gun. Wilson's got it. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. 1st down, ball at the 36.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Fields to throw it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So keep that second and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
This drive just keeps on moving after the penalty resets that marker. Fields on first down. Chased out to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing third and long. Fields looking to throw. That's complete to Wilson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
A kick they needed, but it's no good as it sails too far right. And they continue to trail by, well, Brock, a whole lot more than a field goal. They'll get this drive started, first and 10. Handoff here to Davis. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
TJ Watt there on the tackle. It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12. At the
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. All right, here we go. Second down. They'll go again with Davis. And he's tackled for a short gain. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. Third down coming up. Tight end going in motion here. Allen on third down. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Back to the well again. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So now here's third and 5. Another carry for him. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Play action now with Allen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
On first and 10, it's Fields. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. This one misses the tight end, so it'll be second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass taken in by Fryermuth. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. So it's the Bills who come away with the win. And it was a maestro of a performance defensively, limiting them to only one field goal. Playing shutdown football like that, Brock, it is no surprise they came away with the win. And I think you'd agree, we see some more lockdown football in their future. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills, as we say so long from Buffalo.